Right.
Live on Facebook.
We should be in. I always give it a couple of minutes of me talking to myself to make sure that we're actually here, because I can never know until it turns up.
Rapidly refreshing my Facebook feed right now.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's used to it. We're probably here. I'm refreshing again. Everyone's so used to it now, me just talking to myself. I would say we are definitely live, but
we're live. We've been live for 9 seconds, bro.
Awesome. Happy days. Cool. Let me just open this up and get some comments and stuff in. Make sure everyone's here.
Yo. I'm in this.
We're in. Do we have some comment?
Is everyone tuning in from today? Look at this. I'll put tubing.
Who we got in here? Daniel's here, which is always good. Got more people are coming in. Who's watching now? Awesome. Happy days.
This is thrilling. This is basically like watching, I don't know, The Only Way is Essex with two boys who are less Essex.
Yeah, less Essex that you can be. Cool. Awesome. I'm just going to give people a couple of minutes to like turn up and show up and things like that, let them know that we're here, which is all cool. Yeah, so cool. First of all, guys, thanks very much for joining us once again on our Facebook Lives. The different trainings and interviews we've been doing over the past few months with loads of different fitness experts inside the industry, of which we have a very well-known one today. And also we've been interviewing you guys as well to actually see what it's like for the foot troops, if you like, the people actually working with clients and using the software and seeing how they get on. So we've been interviewing you guys as well. But today we have a special treat. We actually have a training from James Moody from Remote FitPro. I know many of you guys in here are working with James or have worked with James. I'm going to let him introduce himself, probably talk a bit about what he's doing here today. So lucky for you guys, you don't get to hear me talking much like you normally do today. It's going to be mainly James. But again, as always, any questions, any comments, whatever you want to do, drop it into the comments of this video. I'll be able to pick it up. James will be able to pick it up. And yeah, we'll go from there. So James, hello.
Hey, Ash, man. How you getting on?
Yeah, all right.
What an intro already. People know me. That's crazy stuff, man. It's pleasure. So Ash was telling me before I came on, by the way, guys, and actually, guys, if you're watching this live right now, throw me a hashtag live in the chat right below. Throw us a hashtag live. Show us that you guys are on here live. If you guys are watching this on replay, throw Ashley a hashtag replay. And if you guys are enjoying PTD like we are and our clients are, smash that heart button. Like, smash. Give you guys some love because they put so much work into it. I've spoken to Tim at length now, and you guys are hustling. So Ashley, Tim, the rest of the team, I love you guys.
Awesome, man. Cheers. Thank you very much.
So with all that said, we've got 7 viewers.
Woohoo!
7 people.
Yeah,
lucky number 7. We're all good to go. So what I'm going to be going through today, guys, I'm going to actually press share on the old screen. Oh, we got love hearts. We got all things coming in right now. This is good. So guys, who are watching this right now, let me know if you can see my screen. I think we've probably got a 10-second delay, maybe a little 15-second delay between where we are on these screens. So I'm just going to wait and see if this loads up. I have a frozen head. It's loading. My screen is visible. Oh my gosh, this is happening. It's the real deal. Let me press the present button. Going down. Oof. What does everyone think? This is my parents' house I'm in at the moment. So the guys who don't know me, I spend most of my time traveling, hence why the company's called Remote FitPro. I was in Spain 2 weeks ago, then I was in America last week, then I'm back in the UK just over Easter, and you can see a lovely picture of our family tree, literally on the wall there, if you'd like to look in more detail. But anyway, guys, this isn't about me at all today, guys. This is all about you guys like right there watching on the other side of this camera. And it's about free challenge funnels, which I'm super excited to present to you, and it's how to generate and convert ice cold leads into scorching hot online clients in 7 days or less, even if nobody has heard of you. Now, guys, before I get into this, like, if you can hear me right now in the chat, just so we have a little test, can you throw me number 1 in the chat down below if you guys can hear me? And if you can see me, like, move my arms around, like, here, right? Throw me number 2 in the chat, just so we're all hooked up and we're good. Now, I put a warning on this. I don't normally do this, but I thought I'm going to give you guys some caution, some words of advice. I talk really quick because I get super excited. And because of that, you're going to need to take a lot of notes. Now, the cool thing is Ashley and the team have put this on Facebook, so you're going to be able to catch this on replay, which is awesome. Welcome, Will. Welcome, Michael. Hope you guys are well. So you can catch this on replay, but I encourage you to be fully committed to this process for the next 30 to 40 minutes as I go through these slides. I'm sharing stuff that only our members who pay us real good money have seen before. So you're literally getting this stuff for free. So you should really enjoy it. Look at this. We've got 1s and 2s dropping in. Eric, love the 1 and 2. Paul with the 1 and 2s. It's all happening down here in the chat today. So anyway, let's get into this. How to generate and convert ice cold leads into scorching hot online clients in 7 days or less, even if nobody has heard of you. So I'm going to teach this today by showing you the system I use to scale 2 separate companies in the fitness niche or niche for all you guys from Australia and America to 6 figures in less than 12 months, and what others are using right now to do the exact same thing. So this isn't for me to plug how great I am. This is for me to prove to you that you should spend the next 30 minutes fully engaged in this training, because I'm giving you exactly what these guys had for free. So this is Carl over here. He says the course took no more than 3 to 4 hours to work through and probably 10 to 15 minutes to implement. Goes on to say his new business has been running for exactly 22 days. And he's generated 457 leads in that time. From those leads, we've managed to convert 15 guys into paying clients, bringing in £5,955 in sales in 3 weeks from starting. So if you guys would like to know how Kyle did this, throw me a hashtag Kyle in the chat below right now. Then we've got Libby. So you guys might be like, well, that's great for Kyle. He's from the UK. I'm from Australia. Not going to work for me. This is Libby. She says, I was nervous about running a free challenge. I couldn't find any advice anywhere with exact steps on how to execute it all smoothly. And then she goes on, following this challenge process has been a game changer. She filled up her first challenge in a matter of days with more leads than she could have asked for since running it, and made over 8,000 Aussie dollars with more calls booked next week. Absolutely epic. And finally, Robin. Some of you guys might know Robin Lee. If you do know Robin, first hashtag Robin in the chat below right now. When she was working a corporate job, then she ran her first 7-day challenge, which is similar to the 5-day challenge, in her first week of going online. And she got 50 people in it, 38 women completed it, 10 sales calls booked, 6 sales made at $550 a piece, £3,300 cash in bank. So this stuff works, what I'm showing you today, guys. That's why I want to show you this. Now, you might be wondering, is this training for me? Is this going to work for me? It works for Robin. It works for Libby, who's from Australia, from down under. It works for Carl. He's a big, bulky guy. But is it going to work for me? Well, this is for you if you need a fast cash injection in your business and you wish to engage and leverage your existing or dormant followers. Who here right now has got a social following who doesn't really engage with their stuff? Throw me number 1 in the chat, guys. I want to keep this chat moving for today. So throw me number 1 in the chat if you guys are in a position where your current following isn't really engaged, because this training is 100% for you. Then this is also for you if you want a predictable system for condensing the consumer buying cycle down to just 5 days. Now, that's probably going to mean absolutely nothing to you right this instant. But as we go through the training, that's going to unfold and it should make real good sense. And finally, you're yet to build authority in the marketplace and you need to overcome skepticism. So who here finds it difficult to compete against people like Joe Wicks and even James Smith, people who are really well established in the industry? Throw me number 2 if you guys are in this position right now, guys, because a lot of people are here where we're trying to compete with these big names, but we haven't got a leg to stand on. I can see that Paul's throwing the 1 in. He definitely wants to get that fast cash injection. Well, this is going to be good for you guys today. So 1s and 2s, let's get them in the chat. So is the issue right now where nothing is consistent and predictable, everything is short term. So what I mean by this is you have a great week, you go through the stuff in the PT Distinction University, you implement all of the trainings, you get things moving, you make a couple of sales, and then the next 2 weeks, it's absolute crickets. Who's been in this boat before? Throw me an X in the comments if you're here, like a big cross, being like, James, I've done that before. And what about if you're so swamped at your current level, the next level seems silly? So I don't know where you are right now. You might be at $1,000 a month, wanting to go to $2,000. You might be at $2,000, wanting to go to $5,000. You might be starting out fresh and you just want to make your first sale. But right now it seems so overwhelming. You're like, how on earth? Like, I'm doing all this stuff. I'm posting on social, I'm blogging, I'm vlogging, I'm doing all this stuff, but I'm struggling to make sales, right? Who is at that place right now? Again, throw me an X if you're there. And what about this? You see others succeeding online, but it's like watching magic. You're like, how the heck have people like Joe Wicks and James Smith and all these big names just blown up so quickly? What are they doing? Where are they making these sales? How is this happening? Well, I'm going to break down the science behind it so you guys can start to model and modify. That's a huge thing to write down, guys. Model and modify what these guys are doing. And then the third thing is this you right now where you keep getting no-shows and ghosted by prospects, where you finally book in that call, you get it booked in, and then, oh man, it doesn't show up. Why have they not showed up? Oh, they've ghosted me. Then you message them, you ring them, and it's just straight to answer phone. All right, if you've been in this, again, throw me the X in the comments, guys. And finally, if you're constantly hearing, I can't afford that on sales calls, there's nothing worse than I can't afford it. I need to speak to my partner. I need to think about it. The reason why this is happening is because they're not truly sold in your solution. It is just an objection. They're not truly sold in your solution. And that all comes from upstream. It doesn't come from the sales call. It comes from what you do before the sales call that really gets someone to the point where they really want to buy. So what would it be like if you had an awareness of what moves the needle in your business? Instead of guessing every single day, if you could wake up every single day and you knew exactly, if I do this today, it moves my business forward. How would things be for you in your business? And what would it be like if you had something that once set up worked for years and allowed you to take time off? So who in the group right now has their income tied to the hours that they work? If this is you, just write the word time in the chat right now. Just write the word time. if you stop working, then your income goes down. So whether you're in a corporate job, whether you are in the PT world where you're trading time for money, just write the word time, because this system is going to start to create a little bit more leverage for you. And then what would it be like if you had a predictable and consistent way of generating qualified leads? I'm talking about people who are literally beating down the door to work with you. What would everything be like for you? And then finally, what would it be like if all the complex strategies were removed and you had one clear path? You could put the blinkers on. Instead of going down the back roads and taking B259 to this road, it was just the M1, M6 straight from London to Manchester. Boom, straight in. You weren't messing around. Real simple path. What would that be like for you? Would this solve everything? So guys, I'm going to take a pause because I want a sip of water. And I want you guys to just put me, hell yes, James, in the chat right now if this would solve everything, or throw me a hell no, James, if this is like, go away, James, you're talking really fast. Like, I don't want to listen to you anymore. I'm logging out of this stuff. So just let's be open and honest. Let's throw this in the chat and see where you guys are at. Oh, we got some friendly faces. We've got Lee Skinner, Paul. Oh, this is great. Dave Morgan's on here, but he's being in silent. He's being very, very silent. Very silent. Anyway, would this solve everything? So my promise to you guys is this: to provide the blueprint for a brand new all-in-one client acquisition system that allows you to predictably attract and convert leads into scorching hot clients within the next 90 minutes we have together. It's not going to be 90 minutes. This is going to be 30 minutes, I reckon, from here. Anyway, so mercifully brief introduction. So who am I? I was a Fortune 500 graduate employee who turned an online fitness coach who closed $16,000 in my first 90 days from a coffee shop. I used to sit in a coffee shop and approach people who were buying cakes, like the window in Costa, and I'd go and start a conversation with them. I'm not going to go into this whole strategy now. I've wrote many posts on Facebook. If you want that, just message me afterwards being like, James, just send me a DM or a message saying coffee, and I'll send you the post of exactly how I did that. But that's literally what I did to get my business off the ground. Then I grew 2 separate companies in the last 3 years now, to 100K in 12 months without financial backing, social following, or connection. So if you're sitting there thinking, man, I need to go and like invest tons of money on Facebook ads, or I need to have this huge following like James Smith, or I need to have all these connections like Mr. Ben Coomber, then no, it's not true. You don't need to be in those positions when you know how to use this system. And finally, I only do free challenge funnels. I don't do other lead magnets. I don't do video sales letters. I don't do fancy opt-ins. I only do free challenge funnels. And it's the one thing I've honed month after month after month. In fact, over the last 18 months with Remote Fit Pro, we've taken our free challenge funnel from doing 0 to 100,000 a month in that 18-month period. So now we're showing hundreds of Fit Pros like you how to do the exact same thing. So we have honed this skill. And it's like anything, guys. It's like becoming great at powerlifting or doing a snatch or a clean. Like it's just repetition, repetition, repetition. It's making those micro adjustments and not jumping ship and going, hey, do you know what? I'm not going to learn how to bench anymore. I'm going to focus on squat. And it's like, if you want to become the best in the world at one thing, you just do that one thing more and more and more. And that's the same reason. That's why we've been able to scale the free challenge funnel system and really, really hone it in for you guys. And like I said, it's not just us doing this. This is Emil over here. He said, I spoke to this guy again yesterday, onboarded him at my full price of $3,600, and he paid the first installment. He then goes on to say, on top of that, I did $1,400 last week using the Remote Fit Pro system. That's the same system I'm teaching you today. And $3,600 from a previous lead, which closed out last week and puts him at 10 grand in sales for his coaching program in just 2 weeks. Like, again, this is the cornerstone of how these guys are doing it. It's this predictable system to take people from freezing cold to ready to buy with you. So what we're going to cover today, let's get into the meat of this. Enough of me bigging this up, hyping this up. You guys are excited. You're all in. Let's make it happen. So secret number 1, how to structure your 5-day challenge to engage and indoctrinate your audience into making you the only choice. Then we're going to move on to secret number 2. No, we're not, because my laptop's frozen. Yes, we are. How to promote and run your 5-day challenge on autopilot from anywhere in the world. I've literally run my business from Burleigh, Spain, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, America, like literally all over the world. I've been Australia. I've ran it from everywhere in the world over the last 3 years. And it's all because of this 5-day challenge being the cornerstone of it. And then secret number 3, how to convert and challenge prospects. Doesn't make sense. How to convert challenge prospects from freebie seekers into high paying clients. I hear this all the time. You get freebie seekers, tire kickers, people who don't want to invest. And everyone's like, free challenges don't work because they're free. They're never going to work because you condition them to think free, free, free. Well, I'm going to show you how to get around that today in this training. So let's get into it. Secret number 1, how to structure your 5-day challenge to engage and indoctrinate your audience into making you the only choice. If you guys are excited for this right now, if we're excited, throw me number 9 in the comments. Just drop me number 9 if you guys are excited for secret number 1, because I'm going to have a sip of this water. How Spanish is this, Ashley? It's a San Miguel glass. How Spanish? Look at that.
I'm very impressed. I'm kind of wondering where you got it from, though.
All the way from Spain. I stole this from a pub about 10 years ago. That's why I'm still here. Anyway, guys, let's throw in number 9 in the chat down below and we'll get into secret number 1. So 5-day challenge is explained. What is a 5-day challenge? Well, the basic premise of a 5-day challenge is it's a lead magnet. It's a lead magnet like an ebook, some kind of cheat sheet or a case study. It's the same thing. It's a piece of bait that attracts your prospects. But unlike most lead magnets, it actually indoctrinates them, which means it educates them in a way where you become the only choice because you get your message and your methodology, which is your step-by-step process, in front of them in a very short period of time. So how do we do this? Well, we deliver it over 5 days via a combination of videos, downloadable resources, accountability tasks, and loads of other bits and pieces as well, which I'll go into in today's training. And then the final thing is, why do we do it? Well, it condenses the consumer buying cycle. This is this weird thing that I keep talking about. We do that by building an interactive experience designed to provide a result in advance. Please write this down, guys. Results in advance. If you are not a big name in the industry, you are never going to stand up to them unless you can get them a result in advance. And what that means is you're the person who gets them the first step of the way, the first step up or the first rung up the ladder. If you are the person who does that, they'll tie the rest of the journey to you and they'll want to continue the rest of the journey with you. And that's what the 5-day challenge does. So let's get into this complex thing. Consumer buying cycles. Now hold with me, guys. You guys are gonna be like, James, this is blowing my mind. This is too much in-depth stuff. So I've done my best. I've drawn 3 nice little boxes, which I'm going to take you through. Consumer buying cycle. So this is the process of taking someone from freezing cold to scorching hot. Someone who is unaware of what you do to actually getting their credit card details and typing them into your payment gateway. All right. Now this works in all different areas of business and marketing. It's not just fitness. So 90% of an audience at any one time are unaware that they even have a problem. So 90% of the audience right now who actually need to lose weight are unaware that they really need to lose weight. They now and again think they need to lose weight, but then they forget about it. They look in the mirror one day, they're like, oh my God, like I look a mess. But then next week, they're like back to just eating cream cakes on the sofa and watching Netflix, right? So these are unaware they've actually got a problem. Now, they also don't know, like, and trust you. They don't really care who you are. So they're never going to really invest. So what we need to do is we need to move these people into the indoctrination phase. Now, this is where typically 7 to 9% of any audience at any one time is. So if you think about your Instagram following right now, probably 7 to 9% of those people are aware they have a problem and they are looking for information. They are actively going through Instagram, searching on hashtags, going on Google and going, how do I lose weight as a busy mum? How do I stay fit and travel all the time? These are people that are actually out there looking for the information right now, 7 to 9%. And then finally, we've got that 1% who are ready to buy right now. These are the people who are so lost at sea, they will jump on any ship that sails past them. They're the person who jumps from Weight Watchers to Slimming World to hopefully your program, and then they stay on your program because you guys actually get them a result and you give a shit about what you do, unlike all these other, I'm not going to say it, other people out there, all right? So here's the thing. For you guys to move these people through this buying cycle, you don't just want to focus on that 1% and that scorching hot over there, because that's who everyone is competing after. They're competing after the people who want to buy right now. You want to take someone from unaware to now actually searching for a solution to then buying your solution. We want to look at that 99% of the market and move them through strategically through this cycle. Now, let me give you another example so this kind of makes sense for you. If I was to go and buy, let's say, a new phone. So George, my business partner, wants to go and buy a new iPhone. And I'm like, you're not putting that on the business. It's over £1,000. That is ridiculous. Not doing it. Go and get a secondhand phone. So he's there right now and he's aware that his phone has got a problem because it's slow. So now he's started to go on YouTube and he's starting to Google all these different, not Google, YouTube, all these different phone options that he can buy. So he's becoming aware of these different things and he's getting indoctrinated by all these people selling him different types of phones. So now what he's done is he's now gone to the shop, he's gone to Carphone Warehouse or wherever he is right now, and he's starting to go through and test these phones. So now he's in the indoctrination phase. And as he tests them more and more and more, he gets to the point where he's like, do you know what? That's the phone I want. And he goes and buys it. And this is what's happening with us all the time in any sales process. Now, for most people, when it comes to buying a health product, if you're not in that final scorching hot conversion box on the right-hand side, it's going to take between 3 and 12 months from someone hitting your Instagram page or your Facebook page or your website to going through this process and buying from you. And that's a long time. A lot of you guys are like, I can't wait to 3 to 12 months. I need to get cash this month. I need it fast. So what we need to do is we need to shorten that consumer buying cycle down. And instead of doing it in 3 to 12 months, how about we do it in 5 days? That's what the 5-day challenge does. It takes someone who's completely unaware they have a problem, indoctrinates them to you being the only solution, and then converts them into high-paying clients in 5 days. That's why it's so powerful. This is why people can rapidly grow their business when they know how to use this system properly. So the goal is to transition your audience from ice cold prospects into scorching hot clients in 5 days. So let's look at the challenge components. Oh, by the way, guys, let me just take a pause. Is this all making sense? If this is making sense, guys, just hit that like button right now and put yes, like button in yes. If this is not making sense, then do that angry face thing and press no. I'm just going to wait for this to come in, guys. Is this all making sense? Yes. Hit the like button. And then if not, go across that like unhappy or angry face and put no. And then I'll stop and we'll figure something out. I don't know what we're going to do, Ashley, but we'll figure something out.
Keep it entertained for 20 minutes.
Yeah, whilst we catch up on this delayed screen.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the thing. Pens and papers at the ready. Emma's in. Yes. Emma, yes. You give me a yes. I've got Dave's head. He's not put yes. He's just lazy and hit the like button.
Yeah, just not.
But no, I'm not. Yes, he's put yeah. Dave's in. He's going all in. So
here's loads of yeses.
There we go. We're dropping him. So here's the thing, guys. Pen and paper at the ready. Challenge components. What actually makes up your challenge? The core of your challenge, or one of the cores of your challenge, one of the power plants of your challenge, is the Facebook group. The next thing is your cheat sheet, which features something called your primary protocol. So your cheat sheet is the thing that they follow every single day. And the primary protocol is the methodology that you use to get someone a result, whether that's keto, whether that's fasting, whether that's vegan. I'm not here to judge, by the way, guys. You do you when it comes to this kind of stuff. This isn't a place for a debate, but that's your primary protocol that you put into a cheat sheet. Then you've got your kickoff video. So this is the training that you use to kick off your entire challenge. So this is where you get everyone amped up, you get them excited, you tell them what's going to come, so they actually want to follow through. Then we've got the bonus resource. Now, this is going to make no sense right now, so we'll skip this. And then you've got at the end of your challenge on day 5, you can do a graduation workshop, a little bit like this, where you invite people to get on a phone call with you. Or if you don't want to be super techie and build a webinar like this presentation, you can just do a 2-minute video of you explaining why they should jump on the phone with you so they can get a customized blueprint. Then finally, you've actually got your booking funnel, which is just the application that they use. And you can link that to a calendar schedule if you want. So some of you guys will have a more advanced funnel where it goes from application and automatically sends them to a calendar schedule so they can hop on the phone. Some of you guys might be a bit more manual and you just do it over Facebook Messenger. It doesn't matter. But this is the basic components. Now, guys, I hope you guys are ready because this is about to blow your mind. Oh, Ashley, look at that, my man. How sexy is that thing?
That's like my dream, that is.
Wow. Look at this thing. So this is it. This is the whole 5-day challenge at 30,000 foot. So I'm pretty sure you guys will not be able to see this because you'll all be squinting at your phone screens. But let me bring this up. All right. So here we go. This is the challenge funnel. Ashley, can you still see my screen, bro?
Yeah, see it fine.
Oh, yeah. We're good. So this is how it works, guys. Now, there's loads of components to this. So I'm just trying to keep it simple, but this is the funnel that we get our students to run, the one that gets them the amazing results that you saw at the start of the workshop. So what we do is we run a traffic source, whether that is an Instagram ad, a Facebook ad, an Instagram post, an organic Facebook post, talking to someone on the street, it doesn't matter. But you're going to direct them towards your Facebook group. There, what you're going to do is when they're in the group, you're going to kick this challenge off, and you're typically going to kick that off on a Friday. So you're going to kick this thing off on that Friday, and you're going to accept everyone into the group. Now, what we do is we do like a photo introduction. So let me open up our Facebook group here. This is our live challenge right here. So what we do is when we introduce someone, let me see if I can find a picture. It's probably going to take me a while. I know, really slow internet, not going to even bother. But what we do is we get a collage of people and we put them in the group and we tag them in. So we get all the faces of like 10 people. We put them all in a collage. We put a post out saying, hey, welcome to Ash, welcome to James, welcome to Dave. And we tag them all in that post. And that goes the extra mile and it builds that bit of rapport and a relationship with someone. Now, once we've done that, they've taken note. They're like, shit, hang on. This person's actually gone to the effort of finding out about me and posting me in the group. Awesome. I'm going to watch that live kickoff video. So then you do a kickoff video explaining how the challenge is going to work. You give them some daily action steps, and then you give them the cheat sheet and you get them to register for your webinar if you want to. Then how it works every single day, real simple, is you do a Facebook Live. And on that Facebook Live, you tell them, hey, here's your today's action list. Here's the cheat sheet that I want you to follow. And here's your accountability task. And an accountability task is as simple as, hey, in today's live video, I talk about how important it is to have fruits and veggies in your diet. So what I want you to do is balance your favorite fruit on your head, take a picture of that and post it in the group. And that's it. You'll do that. And then we literally repeat this process. I'll come to these bits down here later. We repeat this process across 5 days and we pick out a specific area of our cheat sheet each day, which will make sense in a second for you. And then on the last day, we do a live webinar, or you just have a video to a call booking page, and then you get an application and you sell them. So the magic is done in days 1 through to 5. This is where you use your cheat sheet, you indoctrinate them, you build an experience with them, you coach them, you support them, and you get them a result in advance. Think of it like a free trial, but without actually having your entire program. Because if you give them into the entire program, you're unlikely to make a sale, and I'll explain why in a second. Ash, is this all making sense? This is probably a bit much.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Perfect sense to.
All right.
Yeah, it's cool. You're all good. I think people are paying attention to it. Makes sense. Yeah,
all right. Perfect. So creating a challenge that converts. Let's get into this in a bit more thing. Couple of things. It must be consumable. So that primary protocol, which I'm going to come to in a second, must be so simple that your grandma can follow it. Please write that down, guys. Your primary protocol must be so simple that your grandma can follow it. Because here's the thing. If you create something too complex for someone who is in those early phases of the buying cycle, they're not going to give you the time of day. Think about it. How short is attention span today? So if you go ahead and create a 60-page ebook on how to calculate protein absorption rates, who the fuck is going to care and read that thing? No one. All right. These people are busy. Don't give a shit. Right. So it's really important that we make this short, consumable, and easy for them to access. The next thing is result producing. Like I said right at the start of this, you must get results in advance. So if you can get a 5-day protocol that somehow gets them some kind of physical result where they drop a couple of pounds, doesn't need to be this miracle thing where it's like 20 pounds in 7 days. No, just to drop a couple of pounds or to relieve their back pain a little bit or to get them an epiphany moment, which just means, is there a light bulb in their head that can go off? If you can get them a light bulb and they think, oh my God, this now makes sense, this is perfectly clear, that's a result. And that means they're more likely to follow through. The next thing is polarity. You must stand up for your values and throw rocks at your enemies. We talked about James Smith earlier. One of the reasons he's so successful is because he polarizes. Now, there's a huge fear in the industry thinking, oh, what happens if I turn people off? What are they going to do? Well, here's the reality, guys. But since like the dawn of time, people form into communities based on their beliefs and their values. We do not have a community otherwise where everyone believes the same thing. Otherwise, we'd have this amazing world where everyone is united on the same front. It's not like that. We have hundreds of religions, hundreds of different political parties, and it will always be like that for the dawn of time because that's how human beings operate. We have beliefs and values. So you need to stand up and stand on the big rock and shout about what you stand for. If you believe in keto, or if you believe in flexible dieting, or if you believe in veganism, you shout about that thing and you willingly offend the other people because you don't care. They're not your customers. Doesn't matter, right? You need to get those people to come to you. That makes sense. And then finally is withholding the keystone. So this is where 99.99999% of people screw up their challenges, is they give them too much stuff. Now, I'm here saying you must get a result in advance. You must give them everything you can, but you must hold piece of the puzzle back. Now, this sounds really confusing. You're like, well, what piece of the puzzle do I hold back? Like, how do I know what to give and what not to give? Well, for that, I came up with this little analogy. So this is...
Yes.
Are you an Avengers fan?
Massive Avengers fan. Massive Avengers fan.
Oh, here we go. I'm going to butcher this whole thing. So actually put yourself on mute because you're going to be screaming at me. This is going to be a nightmare. So here we go. Avengers Infinity War. Do not watch like Marvel or comic book. They're just not my thing. But anyway, I watched this the other day. This is when we were in our villa in Spain and George was like, mate, you have to watch this. So all our team, when we were living together, we sat on the sofa and we watched Avengers. Now this guy Thanos, I'm going to completely butcher this. So this is how I see it. This guy Thanos is going around this world trying to collect all these gemstones to put in his big glove thing, right? And what happens is, stop, Ashley, put yourself on mute. You're going to ruin the whole story, right? So he's going around trying to collect all these gemstones and putting them in his big glove thing. And every time he gets a gemstone, he becomes more powerful. And when he becomes more powerful, he becomes stronger. And basically, he can stand there in his own power. So he's collecting these gemstones throughout the film. Now, as he goes throughout the film, the next one leads to the next one. It gets him more excited to move to the next stone. And he has to keep pursuing this journey of getting the next stone, the next stone, the next stone. And this is exactly what your 5-day challenge must do. It must give them one stone at a time, but you must withhold that big yellow stone in the middle that completes the set. All right. Because if they get that stone from your 5-day challenge, they're not going to invest in your program. So that yellow stone, the last thing that Thanos gets, which allows him to like evaporate half the population, that last stone is what you hold back. That is inside your paid program. So Thanos would still be looking to this day for that final stone. And imagine the film, if you guys have seen Avengers Infinity War. If you guys have seen this, by the way, just throw me like a hashtag Avengers in the chat. If you guys have seen Avengers. But imagine if the film started with like all 6 of the stones just like laying on the floor and he just popped them all in his glove and he was done. There'd be no film. Like the whole purpose is it's part of the chase. That's what we're doing here. So it's the same thing. So you hold back that main gemstone, the missing piece of the puzzle they must have for them to actually invest in your program. You give them enough of the teasers to build their power up, to build their encouragement, their confidence, but you hold back the keystone. How was that, Ash?
That was pretty impressive. To say that you can actually watch the Avengers, that's actually quite close to what's actually happening.
What the stones called? Are they gemstones or?
Infinity stones. It's the one in the middle is the Mind Stone, the yellow one. That's how sad I am. I actually know what colours one
he takes it out of his head. So there you go. At the start of the film, the guy's like, I'm just gonna like kill myself so I get rid of this stone or like just get it out of my head. But he doesn't, and then that guy appears at the end of the film again, and eventually like Thanos kills him and gets the stone. It's the same thing. You tease people with the full complete puzzle at the start, but then you only give it to them at the end. So you give them all 5 of the other stones and you withhold the Mind Stone.
Mind Stone, yeah. There you go. Perfect.
Look at this, guys. I've just slated it. Now I'm listening. Nate is in Avengers so many times. Hashtag Avengers. Sorry, guys. I've absolutely butchered this. Hopefully
it's not bad. It's good. I like it. It makes perfect sense.
All right, we're making sense. So building a primary protocol. So here's the thing, guys. It must be easy to follow, and it's a daily process which provides your prospects with a result in advance that we keep saying. It's the one thing you get your eyes to do every day. It must be in alignment with what you believe and consistent with your paid program. Do not create a 5-day challenge that is all about, like, I don't know, keto, and then your paid program is about flexible dieting. Like, it doesn't make sense. So make sure you've got congruency between your free offering and then your paid program. And then it can only solve part of the problem and ignite a burning desire for them to go on a hunt to actually get on your paid program. Just like Thanos, like each stone he got more excited, and then he had to go and get all the stones, right? Same situation here. And then finally, some good examples for you. Some good examples would be hand-sized portion control, like precision nutrition. Intermittent fasting works really well because it's so simple. It's like, hey, just eat in these 8 hours, don't eat in these 16 hours. And keto is really simple as well. Like, just don't eat carbs, like simple, right? Bad examples are going to be things like flexible dieting and calorie counting. Now, I'm not saying do not teach flexible dieting and calorie counting. 99% of our clients who we work with use flexible dieting and calorie counting, okay? But they don't teach that in the challenge because getting someone to calculate their macros for protein, fats, and carbs is just overwhelm. Let's start off with hand-sized portion control. And then what you can do is you can hold back the key mind stone, there we go, which is flexible dieting for your program. Because like, hey guys, you now know how to eat by your hands, but how on earth do you eat chocolate? Or how do you have a glass of wine? That doesn't fit in a hand. Like, what do I do? Well, for that, you need to have this flexible dieting approach. And then that's where you get them into your paid program. If this is all making sense, guys, give me a hell yes, James, in the chat down below, or hell no, James, if I'm in chat in the absolute waffle. And this isn't making any sense to you guys. Hopefully it is. So let me just ask you guys a question. What's the one stupidly simple thing your prospects can do every day to get them a breakthrough in just 5 days? Is it a hand-sized portion? Is it getting them to do keto? Is it getting them to whatever it is? All right, you guys are the experts in this. Have a think about it. So let me just show you what a primary protocol cheat sheet looks like. This is the one what we design and we give to our clients so they can edit this up, but it's real simple. Basically, what we do is we get them to have the precision nutrition set up here. So we say, hey, for the 5 days you follow this challenge, I want to make sure you have a palm of protein with each meal, a fistful of veggies with each meal, make sure you have a cup down of carbohydrates with each meal, a thumb of fats, and then have a 100-calorie snack and a pint of water with each meal. And then do that every day, and then just eat from these food lists down here. And if you can do that for 5 days, then you're going to get the foundations to build. And that's real simple. They literally follow this one cheat sheet every single day for 5 days. And like I said, we pick out a specific element of this to do a Facebook Live on it on each day. So on day 1, we'll do a live on protein. Day 2, we'll do a live on vegetables. Day 3, we'll do a live on carbs. Day 4, we do a live on fats. And day 5, we do a live on calorie snacks, low calorie snacks. Real simple. And then that obviously all links back into what we talked about here. So you do a Facebook Live, you have your daily action list where it's like, hey, make sure that you post your picture of protein today and that you follow the cheat sheet. And then this one is like, hey, make sure that you post your picture of vegetables today and follow the cheat sheet. And then day 4 is like carbohydrates, cheat sheet. Is that the same thing? Is that all making sense, Ashley? Give me a hell yes.
Hell yes.
America, baby. America. Man, I love America. America, baby. I love America. It's the best. I'm moving there. I'm so sold. Just need to figure out how to get a green card. And
That's what me and my wife's trying to figure that out at the moment.
Man, it's not fun. All right, there we go, guys. So have I just shown you how to structure your 5-day challenge to engage and indoctrinate your audience into making you the only choice? Guys, throw me a number 1 in the comments down below if this is all making sense. And I've just shown you how to build your 5-day challenge out. Hopefully I have. Get some ones coming into this thing, but I'll move on anyway. Secret number 2, this is much shorter because I'm rambling on. How to promote and run your 5-day challenge on autopilot from anywhere in the world. So challenge schedule for all of you guys who want to come back on the recording, you might want to take a screenshot of this, but here's how it works. Like, this is the cool thing. So the actual challenge kicks off on this Saturday, as we saw, and we run it across 5 days from on this calendar from the 14th all the way through to the 18th here, 5 days. And then what we do is after the challenge, we have all of our sales calls. We call them transformation sessions, and you can do those for a week after the challenge. So what we need to do before the challenge kicks off is all the promotion. So you can see we've got 10 days of promotion. So we promote with a soft launch post here, which is basically you put a post out to your audience on your social channel saying, hey guys, I'm thinking about running this 5-day challenge. It does this, this, and this. Would you be interested? Throw me a GIF down below. And that is a soft way of saying, hey, would you be interested? Then the post 2, the next day, you say, hey guys, I got 50 responses or whatever it is. You guys want it. Here's how it's going to happen. It's going down this date. Tag a friend in it down below if you want to actually make this thing happen. So what we're doing is we're building up people and you're generating leads for your challenge. Then you just do standard promotion for the next sort of 3 days of how you normally do your promo, whether that's on Instagram stories, whether you're doing that via email, but you just promo to get people excited. Then you do a countdown. This is a standard launch process. You do a 72-hour warning, a 48-hour warning, a 24-hour warning. And then the day before you get the group open, you cut off everything at midday and you're like, that's the deadline. You get all those photos together to do the group intros and boom, we kick off the challenge. We run the challenge, we do transformation sessions. Is that making sense, Ashley? Yes.
Yes, sorry, I was muted. Yes.
It's not Avengers anymore, man.
We're all good. We're all good. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Beautiful. So here's how it breaks down. Real simple to just really clarify this. The weeks before the 5-day challenge, do 7 to 10 days of promo. The Thursday before the 5-day challenge, you create those personal bios and those introduction posts, like I just said. Then the Friday before the 5-day challenge, you accept the participants into the group and welcome them in with a Facebook Live saying, hey guys, welcome to the challenge, super pumped for you, etc. Saturday, you do the kickoff video with a Facebook Live explaining how the challenge is actually going to work. Then the Sunday through to the Thursday, you run the 5 days of the challenge. And then the final day, you do those calls, those sales calls for the next week, where you pick up your however many clients that you're going to be doing because of your challenge, because of that. So, hey, James, share your current Facebook group. All right, I need to get these reminders. I'm losing my mind. So this is our group right now. So we run a 5-day challenge. Here's the cool thing. So many people out there are teaching this or that. They don't actually do it themselves. Like, that really bugs me. So we actually do this. Like I said, this is all we do. And we've done it for years. So here's our 5-day challenge. This is live right now, as you can see. Like, this was the 20th of April. We've got 161 members in here. And this is the only way that we generate leads and make sales, right? The only way. So you can see here is a Facebook Live. I shot this in Birmingham when I was there earlier today in a meeting. But you can see, like I put day 3, this is the challenge. I say, hey, make sure that you complete your task by 2300. Here's where you get the task. If you're going to attend the live workshop, make sure you register for it here. And then we do like a little bonus sales course here and some other stuff. But what we do is we get people to engage in this video. As you can see here, people come in, they engage, they chat to us, they say what they're going to say, and we get engagement. The whole idea is you drive engagement throughout this whole process. All right. And then people post in the challenge every single day. We come in, we answer their questions. We've not done it today because our whole team's been on the road. But pretty much this is what a challenge runs like. You do the Facebook Live, you submit the task. These guys are all submitting their tasks. So this particular task here is identifying their avatar. And you can see they're submitting their feedback from their avatars here. Awesome. And there's my day 2 live. You can see it's the same process again. And we just repeat. And there you go. Enough of that. Let's get back into this thing over here. Actually, your face is in the way of my present button. Fixed it, man.
Always getting in the way. That's all I do.
Getting in the way, bro. All right. So a day in the life of it. Let's make this real simple for you guys. So prospects follow the primary protocol every day. So whether you do keto, whether you do intermittent fasting, whether you do the hand size portion control, they follow it every day. 3 meals a day, every day. Repeat. Remember, this isn't meant to like blow their socks off of how amazing the challenge is and your system is. It's to get them to follow something and associate that following and that result with you. It's all about association, and to build an experience and supportive network inside the Facebook group. So you do your Facebook Live at 8 a.m., discussing the importance of palm-sized portion control, for example, with each meal. Then the prospects have to take a picture of their favorite protein source on the first day, and they post that into the group along with a description of how they like to cook it. On the second day, it's a vegetable. The third day, it's a carb, etc. And then you comment and engage with your prospects' posts to start further conversations and ultimately get into the DMs and start booking sales calls. So I've just shown you how to promote and run your 5-day challenge from autopilot from anywhere in the world. Guys, throw me a number 2 in the comments down below if I've shown you secret number 2. Lee Skinner, James, do you run ads to your challenge with an application form? We do run ads to our challenge. We do not run it with an application form. I'll explain exactly how we run our ads strategy at the end. And we'll do that in the questions section. So you guys can, I'll even go into our ad account and I'll show you what we do. Oof.
Cool.
Secrets.
Yeah, secret stuff here.
All right. Secret number 3, how to convert challenge prospects from freebie seekers into high paying clients. Whew, this is the big one. So remember, guys, the only thing in all of your business right now when it comes to actually getting clients in the door are 3 things: making offers, booking calls, and closing sales. It is not posting on Instagram 65 times a day. All right. It is not creating these amazing like food swap selfie things and like putting them out there and like getting a million hashtags on it. No, it's like, have I made offers today? Have I booked calls today? Have I closed sales? That's it. Those are the 3 metrics you track every single day, religiously. If you've not hit your sales numbers, then you just need to work back. Well, how many calls do I need to book to hit my sales numbers? How many offers do I need to make to book enough calls? And work back from there. All right. So let's get into it. Identifying your sales opportunities. We have sales opportunities at the end of this challenge, which is on day 5, as you can see right over here, where we direct them to the workshop, much like what we're doing right now, and then the application form. But we also have an opportunity, as you can see here, application after webinar, booking video on final day. Oh, a reminder. And then we've got one over here, which is on day 1 and 2. Because here's the thing. If we look at that consumer buying cycle, remember, some people are going to be eager to buy right now. Remember, we had those 3 stages. So we want to get people at the front. But every day that your challenge runs, you risk losing people. You'll drop people off every day. It's just part of marketing. All right. If I ran a 1,000-day challenge, how many people are going to stay to the end? 0. Right? If I run a 100-day challenge, might get X amount of people. If I run a 1-day challenge, I'll have more people. So you've got to find the right balance between getting them enough of time to get them a result and to get them to stick on. So on days 1 and 2, we actually put out a mini offer and we put out a bonus resource. We like say, hey guys, if you actually want to get a free bonus resource that's going to make this challenge a lot easier, then just message me on Instagram or on Facebook and I'll send it over to you. And then what you do from there is you then have that chat with them and you go through a script and then you put them in for a call. So I can put people in for calls on day 1 and 2 or on day 5 as well. So this is the bonus resource, which is known as a 2-step opt-in. If you guys have followed me on Facebook, you've probably seen me do this. I'll put out a post, a big long story post. And at the end, I'm like, hey, throw me a GIF down below or throw me a hashtag remote revolution if you want a free training. And that's what I do, right? So I put out the same thing. So on day 1 and 2 of your challenge on your Facebook Live, you're like, hey guys, so what I'm actually done is I've put together a free, let's bring this all up so it makes sense. What I've done is I've actually put together a free meal prep guide that's going to make it a lot easier for you to implement everything across the next 5 days. So if you guys want that, and I'm only going to do it for the next 48 hours for the next 20 people. If you guys want that, you need to go to my Instagram right now or my Facebook right now, and you need to send me a message saying meal prep guide. If you send me that message, I'll give you that bonus resource. And as soon as someone has sent you that message, you can go into a script and you can chat to them. You can ask them questions. You can find their pain points, their desires, their wants, their needs. And then at the end of that, you can be like, hey, so here's the thing, Deborah, I'm actually going to be opening up 10 spots in my calendar for people to jump on the phone with me and have a transformation session at the end of this workshop. Would it be great for you if we pre-booked you one of those slots right now so you didn't miss out on day 5? And she's going to be like, hell yeah, I'd really want that. Okay, boom. So now I'm actually getting calls booked in my diary before the end of the challenge. So now we're capturing those people. So this is how we get these sales booked in. So homework for you guys, what could a bonus resource be for you? We get our guys to use a meal prep guide, but it could be anything. Like, think about it. If you do, let's say you have a vegan challenge, then you might want to have some kind of like vegan alternatives for protein sources as an extra bonus, because you know that's difficult to have, right? So you think about the accompanying thing that is in alignment with what you do. So common sales killers, just before we wrap this whole thing up, is complexity. Confused people do not buy. I cannot state this enough. It's one of my favorite sayings. Confused people don't buy shit. But the brain can only focus on one thing at once, all right? And otherwise it just overwhelms. And it's like, no, it shuts down and people don't buy. So if you try and bombard them with all this complex knowledge, they're just like, oh, man, I just want to lose weight and look good in my jeans. I don't care about like how many calories I need to count on like a Tuesday after my fasting. Like, they just don't give a shit, right? So just think about that. Unless you're working with pro athletes, they don't give a shit. Okay, the next thing, white knight. Do not be that white knight coming storming in, thinking you're going to solve all their lifelong problems with health and fitness in 5 days. Not going to happen. They've been at this game for 20 years plus, most people. All right? You're not going to solve it in 5 days. So don't try and do that. Remember, you're just giving them the first step on the ladder, first rung on the ladder. Don't be vanilla as, okay? So devoid of passion and personality is the surest way to kill any kind of challenge. Like if you're just bland on Facebook Live, like, hi guys, welcome to today's live. We're going to talk about protein. It's like, man, come on, bring some energy to the equation, right? Bring some energy and some passion. And then finally, this is huge, not actually giving a shit about your audience. So many people say they care for their audience, but they're not willing to go and engage with people on social media and chat to them in the messages. Like if someone approached you in real life and they're like, hey man, so I've got a question. Like when it comes to like binge eating late at night, what should I do? You wouldn't just turn around from that person and walk away. You'd answer their question. So why on social media, when that person's literally asking for your help, do you just ghost them? You're like, fucking see you later, mate. Not going to answer your question. So be willing to go and answer that question, especially when they're in that buying environment of the 5 days. So here's one of my favorite quotes like of all time. It's from Maya Angelou. And it's, I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And that is what the 5-day challenge is all about. Forget about all the competition. If you can make them feel so special and have an amazing experience, they're going to relate that back to you. And when they relate that back to you, no matter what happens in their future, they're going to want to come back at some point. So remember, guys, people are always going to choose the person who actually cared and provided a result in advance over a well-positioned authority. This is how you get around the situation of Joe Wicks and James Smith and all these other big names out there by actually getting these people a result in advance. They experience a taster of what your program has to offer. You withhold the Mind Stone. And because of that, we can get these guys into our paid program and we can move from then on. So have I just shown you guys how to convert challenge prospects from freebie seekers into high-paying clients? Guys, throw me number 3 in the comments down below if I have done this right now, all right? So let me ask you a question. Who is feeling a little bit like this? Who is feeling like I've just blasted you with a fire hydrant and you're like trying to drink this water down and you're like, freaking hell, James, like you talk really quickly and like it's all a bit too much, right? So this girl here is just not having a great day, right? Who is feeling like that right now? Guys, drop me an X in the comments if you guys are currently feeling like you're trying to drink water from a fire hydrant. Because here's the thing. I wanted to give you as much information as possible because I value your time. I didn't want to sit here and just like pitch you a load of crap for like the next hour, right? So hopefully I've done that. But you guys know, as well as your clients know, that information without implementation is worthless. But how many of your clients buy recipe books, Apple Watches, Fitbits, new running shoes? They buy all this stuff that they don't implement. So the key is, guys, we have got to implement this. So you've got two options right now. Option number one is back to life as usual. You can go back to living an underperforming, under-earning, stressed life. You can go back to being stuck as a personal trainer, waking up at 5 a.m. with a desire but no clarity on how to actually scale your online fitness business. You can say, thanks, dude, but I think I'd like to go back to not making enough, not earning enough, not having enough opportunity, and trying to figure this all out on my own, all by myself. And guess what? There's nothing wrong with that, guys. Like, I did that for a long time, but there is another option. Option number two is you make this a defining moment. You say, I've had enough. I'm like sick. I'm absolutely sick of not earning what I'm worth. I'm sick of letting my business or my job or even my clients push me around. It's now time for me to win. If that is the case, guys, then the truth is you ultimately have control over the things you do. Why not be the next success story by implementing the system I just showed you today? Please do not let this just fall on deaf ears and be like, it's another one of those trainings that you don't do anything with. So like them, you can say, I want to build this out with you guys because you've done it yourselves and for countless others. And I know that you can do it with me too. So don't just let this be another moment, like I say, where you learn something, then walk away from it, never fully utilize it, never fully grasp its power, and never get to where you want to get to. So here's the thing, guys. There is an easier and there's a faster way. There is a battle-tested plan. There is a map that allowed you to get across the minefield. I want to give you the live example of exactly how this works so you can learn from what we are doing right now. So if you want to do that, you can simply go across to remotefitpro.com/5DC. That is our 5-day challenge. We have nothing to sell you in there. It's 100% free. You can come in, you can try it out, and you can see how we run our challenge. I'm literally giving you an inside scoop of everything, how we do it. And if you're still not happy with that, guys, another thing that you guys can do right now is connect with me. You can do that across on social media. My best place is Facebook. It's James Moody Official. Just add me, drop me a message being like, just say 5DC in the message. And I'll happily chat with you or answer any questions, or follow me on Instagram. Same thing. DM me right now, just saying 5DC, and we'll have a chat. We'll make this thing work for you. With that said, we'll open up the floor. We'll get some questions. Ashley, I hope that was enjoyable. I'm going to pop the light on because it's getting dark, and I'll come back to the questions. Hang on.
Yeah, man, that was awesome. Thank you, Ed. Cheers, man. Just so you know, guys, as well, I'm going to put these links that James has been talking about, the remotefitpro.com/5DC. I'll put that link into the comments as well once we've done. And I'm sure James won't mind. I'll probably tag his profile into it as well, if that's cool, just to make it easy for everybody to get involved. Again, if you've got any questions, please drop them into the comments. Let us know. I think Lee did ask earlier about running ads.
All right, I'm going to have to stop my screen share. What was the exact question again?
The question was, do you run ads to the challenge with an application form?
All right, so here we go. This is where I get my favorite little whiteboard on the go. Oh, I've got my mouse. This is going to be some high-tech stuff. So we've come from beautiful slides to, which is going to be the ugliest thing you've ever seen in the world.
So about whiteboards.
Just to give you some perspective, and worth of ads a month. So I'm telling you that because we test this stuff. As I said, the only funnel we run is the 5-day challenge, and we have a really complex ad system. We're running ads directly to the challenge. We're running ads to content, and we're retargeting. You guys have had loads of about ads and that kind of stuff. The big premise I just want to run is like this. You can do boxes. Or look at the hand right now. So this is now. What I urge you guys to do? You guys in do commercial on, and when it's the same, we typically got to do two ads that actually we do from that. Didn't run out of list.
Oh, there we go, guys. I think we've just lost James's audio. Hopefully, we'll try and get him back in just 2 seconds. While we're still waiting for James to come back again, keep dropping those comments down there. He's here. He's back. That's awesome.
Panic.
Yeah, I think we lost you for 2 seconds. I think we got to basically your first box with your before we got your dodgy writing. That's as far as we got. So,
oh man, I'm heartbroken. You get anything? My first box.
Your first box before the dodgy writing.
All right. So
someone's just put down there, we've gone from Thanos back to Ultron. I don't know if that means anything.
Yes, no, you have indeed. So here's the situation. We run different types of ads. Now, what I encourage you to do is run conversion and engagement ads with 2 different sets of copy. That's why I've got 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 2 different sets of copy. All right, to keep it really, really simple. Right, you're going to put like 75% of your budget into the conversion ad, and then you're going to put like 25 into the engagement. All right, this is a real simple way of running it. We run this ad to an opt-in page. So we currently run it to /5DC. We run an ad to an opt-in page here. Now, just a quick note on Facebook ads, guys. Like, you're going to find that video ads are a lot cheaper to run, and Facebook has 75% of its budget reserved for video ads. So if you're not running video ads, you are making a huge mistake. And the video doesn't need to be this big fancy thing, but one of our best performing video ads is me holding my phone over this screen right here, which is our opt-in page. And I'm like, yo guys, so this is our 5-day challenge. We're going to show you how to go from profitable this to this to this. It's the next one starts in this time. You're going to learn all this, like check these results out. And it's a 15-second video on my phone, filming my phone screen. All right. And that's one of our best performing ads. And then we just got some decent copy that goes alongside it. So we run the add to that landing page. So add to landing page. Then once I go through this landing page, on the thank you page, I'll show you. Oh, I'm actually going to sign up Aileen. That's really embarrassing for Aileen. I'm sorry. On the thank you page, we immediately direct you towards the Facebook group. So the next thing is Facebook group. You've got to get someone in the Facebook group. If you do not get them in the Facebook group, you are going to be screwed. Like, this is huge. Because if someone's not active in your Facebook group, they're not going to partake in your challenge. All right. So we run ads to landing page to Facebook group. Then once I've done this will obviously take me to the next Facebook group where I can request access to join. So this is our next 5-day challenge. So for all you guys, you go to remotefitpro.com/5DC. You'll go through this exact process and you'll request to join this group. All right, that's how it's going to work. So you run through this strategy here. Now, another thing we get our guys to do is we also run this to many chat bots. So we'll run an ad, and instead of this being a landing page, there'll be like a second option here. And then this is going to be a many chat bot. Okay. So many chat, which is another great option. This is just having a Facebook Messenger chat, and the same thing that then directs into Facebook group. So you guys just want to test this and you just want to see what's working well for you. You're probably going to run 2 different types, but start off with these 2 types, just a basic ad, run a conversion and engagement, 75% of your budget in conversion, 25 engagement, and then split it between a many chat and a landing page. Like, the cool thing about many chat is you don't need to have some complex landing page. You can just run it straight to this. What I would strongly suggest you not to do is run lead forms. We've tested this. You'll get really, really cheap leads if you run an ad to a lead form. If you guys haven't run a lead form before, that's an inbuilt application that you have inside Facebook. The cost is really cheap, but they're really poor quality leads. Same thing as, let me just refresh this again. All right, because you guys got to look what the cost is to actually acquire the customer. Your cannabis oil thing came up there. That's embarrassing. So you got to look what the cost is to acquire a customer. So many people just care about like, oh, it's really cheap leads if I run it on Instagram. Like, let's have a look. So, you could run here. This could be an IG swipe up ad. And then this could be a lead form ad. And you'd be like, well, James, these are really cheap. These get me like, I don't know, like $1 leads here. And this gets me like a $2 lead here. But are these guys actually converting? Right? Are these guys actually converting? Your better quality prospects just in our testing have come from ManyChat, and our best prospects, the ones who've hit our landing page, because it's more of a buy-in. If you think about it, it's easy to just swipe up on an Instagram app. There's no commitment there. So if you're just running solely Instagram swipe up ads, you're going to get really uncommitted people. You can run them as part of a bigger ad strategy, but don't run them on their own because you're going to get uncommitted. Same with lead forms. You can run it as part of a bigger ad strategy, but on their own, uncommitted. So that's why I say, like, spend a little bit more money and actually have a landing page ad like we just showed you, or use a ManyChat ad. But ideally, like, when you can spend more money on your ads and you can get to $100, $200 a day, then you can start running bigger strategies. I hope that helps.
I like it. That makes loads of sense. Just quickly as well, because I know there's a couple of guys said they didn't even get the first box. So
the first box, let's do it all again.
The first one, let's do it all again. I just want to go back to the first box because everything after that was perfect. In the first box, you talked about engagement ads, I think, and did you talk about that one?
So I was just saying, like, you get different types of ads, right, on Facebook. If you go into Facebook Ads Manager, I'm not going to load it up because my internet's slow and it will take like a gazillion hours to load up Facebook Ads Manager. So you can have loads of different types of ads. You can have like video view ads, you can have engagement ads, you can have conversion ads, you can have different types of ads. And what Facebook does is it optimizes for that result. So a conversion ad is going to optimize for people to convert as a lead into your challenge. Whereas an engagement ad is just going to get people to like and comment on that post, right? It optimizes different audiences based on what your target is. So what I'm saying is you can run, don't want to do that. What I was saying is this here could be a conversion ad. And this here would be an engagement ad. And you probably want to put 25% of your budget in here and then 75% in here. Okay, so we split the budgets. And then we're going to have two different forms of copy. So we're going to have one form of ad copy here, and that's just the written text that you have, which goes along with your ad. And then we've got 1 and 2 again. These 1s and 2s are the same. So this one here is the same as this one here. This 2 here is the same as this 2 here. All right. If you guys have never run Facebook ads before, this would be like just complete garbage. Yeah, it'll be straight ahead. But for the guys who have, hopefully that is making some sense.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, makes sense to me. What you're talking about there, which is always good. At least one person who's listening makes sense of it all. Always a bonus. Cool. Has anybody else got any other questions they want to ask James? Again, just drop it into the comments. Well, whilst we're waiting for guys to put some questions in there, if they've got any, do you want to tell us any other ways that people can connect with you? I know you run your podcast as well, or your YouTube channel. Do you want to talk a bit about that?
Doing all the promo for us, man.
Yeah, of course. We've got to chat about it, haven't we?
So let's have a look. If you go, our website sucks, so please don't go to remotefitpro.com. The only reason I'm saying is go to remotefitpro.com is a couple of things. You can join the 5-day challenge from there. That is honestly the best way. We give you so much amazing content for free. Like so many people out there are just like, hey, watch my webinar, book a call and buy my shit. It's like, actually experience some of what they have to offer first. So we've spent so much time building this thing out so you can try before you buy, right? Because that's the right way of doing things. So come here. You can also check out our podcast by going to show. We've had so many amazing guests on our podcast. We've had people like John Goodman. We've had people like, I know Tim Drummond's been on one of these calls as well. This is an amazing episode. All you guys who are starting out in business, you need to listen to this.
Such a good episode that is. I love that episode. Yeah, he's got an awesome story, hasn't he? Awesome story.
Absolute beast. All right. So our podcast, the Remote Revolution Show, like you can grab it if you just go onto iTunes, on Google, or anything like that. There's some great guys like Mark Larusti. He's an amazing dude as well, who'll teach you a lot about the struggle of entrepreneurship and staying strong in the battle. So yeah, just come here. You can check out this kind of stuff. We've got loads of episodes from loads of killer people. And then with the 5-day challenge, that's pretty much all we do, dude. We do that. And then if you want to come talk to me on Facebook, it's probably the best place to be. Is anyone? Oh, people have added me. Look at this.
Hey, already. We're in.
At least, no.
Yeah. The top one is. Top one, yeah. He's actually one of my clients from ages ago. So yeah.
Alfredo, we're here.
Yeah.
This is now the
Awesome,
situation.
guy.
We can see who's not added us.
Yes.
Added me.
Gonna hold people. We know who's watching. Add.
Yeah, we know you're watching. I'll screenshot and add you all. So yeah, seriously, guys, just drop me a DM, just being like F5DC, or drop me a DM just saying PTD, and then we'll have a chat. I'll send you over some free bonus stuff if you want, like whatever you've got as a challenge. Like just let us know, and I'll happily send you some free stuff. Because like I said, our whole philosophy is results in advance. I want you to go away from here to implement some stuff, get a physical result. When you get a physical result, come back and be like, James, that was awesome. How can I help you further? And you want to do the same thing with your clients. Get them a result in advance. We hold part of the mind stone like we talked about.
Oh, I think he's frozen again. Definitely think he's frozen again. Cool. Anyway, hopefully it will get back to us. I'm not quite sure where it's gone off to, but like you said there, make sure you take time, look back over this as well. Hang on, I think he's back. Are you back, James? We've lost your vocals.
No.
Yes, we're back.
We're back.
I started talking about your Mind Stone, but you're back now. That's cool. That's cool, man. I was quite conscious of the time as well. I don't want to keep you here all night. That was awesome, by the way. The content, the stuff you're giving us there, that training was incredible. I'm sure everyone watching here is taking loads from that. And definitely, guys, please go away and implement what James has been talking about today. There's some absolute gold there. It's above and beyond what I expected from today. Honestly, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Really, really do appreciate it. I'm sure everyone here does appreciate it as well. So yeah, thank you so much. I'll also pop all the links we've talked about today into the comments once we're finished. And if it's cool with you, James, well, I'll put your profile link in there as well, just to make it nice and easy for people to reach out and get in touch with you.
100%. It's Suzanne Williams. Yeah. Look, she's joined.
Yes.
Suzanne is in the 5-day challenge. Action takers. I love
that. Straight in.
Can I just say one thing, guys?
Yeah.
This is a really cool thing. Like, obviously, Ashley and Tim have invited me on to do this, and I'm really grateful. Like, just remember how many people there are in the industry who need help. There's a massive lack of trainers against the amount of people who need help. So don't be in the mindset of like, you guys can't collab with each other. Start reaching out with people and collabing. Like, get each other into each other's Facebook groups, do Facebook Lives, do free trainings. Start adopting an abundance mindset. I promise you, when you can adapt the identity of like, hey, there's actually infinite wealth for everybody here, there's infinite opportunity, your businesses will all grow together. I really mean that. So don't ever be in the mindset of like, oh, there's not enough here. Like, I know there's loads of other FitPro mentor coaches, and I'm friends with 99% of them. I'm only not friends with other people because they don't talk to me. But everyone else, I'm really good friends with. And I'm like, hey, man, if this client's a better fit for you, go and work with them, because it comes back round. It's reciprocity. So be open, be willing, and you guys are going to build amazing businesses.
Awesome. That's such a nice way to finish as well. Definitely a nice way to finish. Cool. Awesome, guys. Again, thank you very much. Again, thank you to James. We have got some more lives, some more trainings coming up over the next couple of weeks. We'll try and put at least one out a week for you as well. But I'll drop some information about the next one in the Facebook group in the next day or two.
Big thing.
Yes, go.
Can we do a follow-up on like the next steps? Like,
yeah, of course we can. Yeah.
Oh, let's get that in the diary.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll get that sorted out. So as soon as we've done this, we'll have it. If you've got 5 minutes, we'll get someone booked in and get a follow-up and see how people are getting on.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Happy days. Right then, guys. Thank you very much. And I look forward to speaking to you all soon.
Au revoir.
What?